Hello guys, today we are going to solve few sums on congruency of triangles from the first exercise of triangles chapter in ML Agarwal book of class 9. So here is our first question, as you all can see. So in this question, see, a figure is given and they have told you that the side AB is equal to AC and AP equal to AQ, and then they have told you all to prove the triangle APC congruent to triangle AQB. So let's start our sum. So first, in triangles APC and AQB, so to do this congruency, all of you closely follow these two triangles. See, in triangle APC we have the side AP, and in triangle AQB we have the side AQ, both of which are equal as it is given in the question. So we will write AP equal to AQ given. So this is our point number 1. Next is, see, this again in triangle APC the side AC, and in triangle AQB the side AB, they are equal as it is given in the question. So AB equal to AC, this is also given, and this is our point number 2. And see, in both these triangles APC and AQB, both have the angle A in common. So let us write angle A is common. So this is our point number 3. So from these 3 points you can conclude that triangle APC is congruent to triangle AQB. Now, so why they are congruent? See, we have got 3 points. Now what are they? This side AP is same in both the triangles, then this side AC is same in both the triangles, and the angle line between them is same. So side angle side axiom. So by SAS axiom of congruency, I am just writing SAS axiom, you will write the remaining of congruency. Next we have to prove CP equal to BQ. Now see, the position of CP in triangle APC is same to that of the position of BQ in triangle ABQ. So from here we can conclude that CP equal to BQ, and what we have to write in reason? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Now next is, they have told you all to prove that angle APC is same to that of angle ABQ. Now see, the position of angle APC in triangle APC is same or corresponding to that of the position of angle AQB in triangle AQB. So from here we can write it as APC, angle APC equal to angle AQB, and the reason will be similar to that of the previous one. Now all of you follow, you can write here one more thing. That is, see, here also I have written corresponding parts, here also corresponding parts. But for this case, there we have shown that these two sides are equal. So instead of parts, you can also write corresponding sides of congruent triangles. And here in place of parts, since you have proved that these two angles are equal, you can also write corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Our first sum is complete. Now we will do the next sum. Now all of you follow the next sum. See, in this sum they have given another figure, and here it is a quadrilateral in which AD is equal to BC and angle DAB is equal to angle CBA, and they have given us to prove these 3. So first we have to prove triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC. So let's start. So all of you now closely follow triangle ABD and triangle BAC. Now see, in these two triangles you can clearly see that in triangle BAC the side BC and in triangle ABD the side AD, they are equal as it is given. So first let us write in triangles ABD and BAC. So it is given that BC is equal to AD. So let's write it first, BC equal to AD. So this is our point number 1. Next is, see, this side AB, this is common. So AB is the common side. and then all of you see that in triangle ABC, this angle ABC, and in triangle BAD, this angle BAD, they are equal as it is given over here. So angle BAD or DAB, both are same, is equal to angle CBA. This is given. So this is our point number 3. So we have got 3 points to prove our congruency. Now we can write that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC. Now what axiom we will apply here? What axiom we are applying? See, this was our common side. To understand which axiom we have applied, let's follow only one triangle. See, in this triangle, this was the common side which was same in both the triangles. Then we had this angle, which angle was equal to this angle in another triangle, and then we had this side which was equal to the side AD of another triangle. So for this triangle, all of you closely follow. First we had the side equal, then we had the angle equal, then we had the side equal. So by which axiom we are proving it? By SAS axiom. Is it clear, guys? Next they have told us to prove BD equal to AC. Now see, where is BD? BD is present over here in triangle ABD, and AC is present over here in triangle ABC. Now see, they are located at the same position in both the triangles, or you can say that they are located in the corresponding positions in both the triangles. So from here you can conclude corresponding sides of congruent triangles are equal. And all of you now closely follow the third point that we have to prove. They have told us to prove angle ABD is equal to angle BAC. Now see, both these angles are also located in the same position in both the congruent triangles. So from here we can conclude that angle ABD is equal to angle BAC. And what will be the reason? Now for the previous part, for previous proof, we had to prove these two sides equal. Here we will prove these two angles equal. So we will write corresponding angles of congruent triangles. So our proof is done. All of you copy this sum. Now we will do our next sum. So next is sum number 3. All of you follow the question. Here it is given in the figure is given over here, and they have told you that AB is equal to this AB part, AB is equal to CD. Then they have told you that the side CE is equal to BF. Now why I am using these signs? See, this was the first side which was given equal. For that I have given a single dash over here, and since it was equal to CD, for that a single dash. Secondly, this side CE is equal to BF. So here also I have given double dash, and here also given double dash, because this is the second side, second point that is given where these two sides are equal. So now they have told you all to prove angle ACE, triangle ACE is congruent to triangle DBF. Now all of you closely follow triangle ACE and triangle DBF. Now see, in triangle ACE, first let us see this side AC. Now what is this side AC made up of? This side is AC is made up of AB plus BC. Okay. Again, see, in the another triangle, in triangle BFD, what is this side BD made up of? The side BD is made up of BC plus CD. Now all of you closely follow. See, this side is BC is common for both these sides AC and BD, and the side AB is equal to CD given here in the question. So from here we can conclude that AC is equal to BD. So this is our first point. Now next is see, this side CE in triangle ACE and BF in triangle BFD, that is also given equal. So CE equal to BF, this is also equal. So this is our point number 2. And we have to prove one more point. So see, it is given that angle ACE, where is this angle ACE? It is situated over here. It is equal to DBF, means this angle. So it is given. So let's write ACE equal to angle DBF. This is our point number 3. So from here we can conclude that triangle ACE is congruent to triangle DBF. And what axiom we are using over here? See, this was the first side that was equal, then we had the angle which was equal, then again we had this side which was equal. So what will be the axiom? Side, angle, side. So SAS axiom. Now next, they have told you all to prove that AE equal to DF. Now see, where is AE situated? AE is situated here in triangle ACE, and see, DF is situated over here in triangle BDF. Now both of them are situated in the same location or in the corresponding parts. So what will happen over here? See, how can we say that they are located in the same location? See, the side AE is situated opposite to the angle C, and here see, the side DE is situated opposite to the angle B. So since these two angles were equal, so these two sides are also equal. So let us write AE equal to DF, and what will be the reason? Corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Is it clear, guys? If you have any doubt, you can put it in the comment section. Now we will do our next sum. So here we have our next sum. All of you follow the question. They have told you to find the value of x and y from this diagram. Now before we start doing this sum, let us first name the vertex. Let us name this A, B, C and D. Now all of you see that this side AB is having a single dash and side AD is having a single dash. Means what? This side AB is equal to AD. Okay, now first, before writing this, let us see that the two triangles here are ACB and ADC. So let's first write in triangles ACB and ADC. Now see, it is given that this side AB is equal to AD. So this is our point number 1. Next, see, here this side BC is having double dash and this side DC is also having a double dash. Now what does this double dash signify? It means that BC is equal to CD. This is our point number 2. And then we have, see, the side AC. It is common in both the triangles. So AC is the common side. So this is our point number 3. So from here we can conclude that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ACD by SSS axiom. Now see, when I am naming the triangles, you can tell it as ABC, ACB or BAC, anything that you like. So by SSS axiom. Now see, the angle 46 degree located in this triangle. Now where is 46 degree located? CAB. And what is the corresponding angle in this triangle? That is CAD. Means they are located in the same position. So for this sum I am writing CPCT. In exam you all will write corresponding angles of congruent triangles, as I have done in the previous sums. So what is the value of CAB? It is 46 degree. And what is the value of CAD? It is y plus 5 degree. So from here what you will get? 5 will come this side. So 46 minus 5 equal to y. It implies y equal to 41 degree. Next see this angle BCA. Now the position of angle BCA is same to that of the position of angle DCA in triangle ADC. Means what? It means that these two angles are also the corresponding angles in congruent triangles. I am writing it in short form. So from here what you can write? You can write therefore, so BCA was 2x plus 5. So in place of BCA I am writing 2x plus 5 and DCA was 35. Now this plus 5 will go to that side and it will become minus 5. So we are having 2x equal to 30 degree or x equal to 30 by 2. So the value of x equal to 15 degree and that of y equal to 41 degree.